Hello everyone and welcome back to my college experience part 15. So in this video I'll be going over my results for my first year in college. So 40% of the overall grade, because in year 1 it's 40%, in year 2 it's 60% because it's more work. Right. Now, unfortunately WJC have fucked things over for us a little bit, right? Well, not just WJC, but I'll explain in this video, okay? So on the 18th of August we had our results sent to us via an email at 8 o'clock. Not an envelope, unfortunately, although an email was useful because at the time I had an acting job on the 18th for the BBC. I was working with acting, I was waiting for my email, it was brilliant, so if anything the email was more convenient. Right, but anyways, we were sitting down waiting to be called to set, and I opened up the email. Now, there are 10 rows. 3 of them would be the overall grade for the first year in college, a capital letter, capital A, capital B, capital C, so on. And then the other 7 were individual modules with lowercase letters. So let's cover Welsh first, Cymraeg. The Welsh exam I mentioned in part 12, which was on the 24th of May. I thought I did alright at the time. I got a C, right? That was where I had to talk about the Welsh poetry and just Welsh grammar. I wasn't happy with that at all, right? You'll see why now, right? In the Welsh oracy, the Siarad Cymraeg, where I recorded the Welsh, me speaking Welsh, which was the subject of my college experience part 11.5, talking about the Patagonia film and my coursework, I had an A, right? I got an A, which was amazing. In the Welsh coursework itself, the 2 pieces I had to write, one about Tom Jones, the other about, I can't remember, I also had an A. 2 A's and a C in Welsh form together to make a B, which is still a good grade by all means, but it's still annoying that that exam has, shot me down. I definitely did better with teacher assessed grades because I am rubbish in exams. I don't know why. I sit down on the day I think I'm doing alright, but nah, I'm rubbish at exams. But in actually using the Welsh language, a Iaith Cymraeg, speaking, listening and writing, I had A's, right? But anyways, Welsh overall this year, I had a B. Let's move on to media. The filming of our own productions. My horror film, which was the topic of my college experience 8.5. Now, I actually knew this result before results day because our teacher was able to tell us what it's likely to be. I got a B in that, which I'll take because it was filmed on a high production camera and then edited on my phone. Right, I had to download the clips from my computer to save to my college cloud to download on my phone. My masterpiece and coursework together came to form a B. The media exam, which was on the 17th, 7 days before the Welsh one, also mentioned in part 12, was definitely a success though, because even though it was an exam, I got an A in it, right? An A in that exam was a relief. I was so glad. Came to form an overall A that time. That was very successful. A lovely A for media there this year. Fair play. So I had a B in Welsh and an A in media this year. What about drama? This is where things go sour, right? Now, for our drama coursework, which was the huge production we'd been working on for several months, ending in my college experience 10, and the writing elements of that unit all resulted in an A. A high A, because I had about 90%. Thank God we smashed that unit, right? Thank God for what's coming next. For the drama exam, now I knew I had to work on it because in the mock I didn't do great. I had a C, right? I worked on it, I sat the exam feeling confident, I answered each question and what they were asking me to do. I did my best on it, I think. I've definitely done better than that mock. And I was devastated to find I actually got an E in that, right? I was horrified. My grade, as a result, was lowered to a B. So an A and an E forms a B. My first E in an exam ever. My grade was lowered to a B as a result. You know, an A and an E forming a B. But here's the thing. This is what nobody gets. In our mocks, everyone in our class had C or above, mainly the above, right? You know, we're talking A's and B's here mainly. Nobody in our class had a D or below. Our class thinks that WJC have gotten it wrong because everyone in our class had D or below, which doesn't make sense because we all smashed the mocks. There is a process in which you can get it rechecked, which at the time we were going through. Our teacher says that she's on the case. We all had to rely on her at that point. We have a huge Snapchat group, and we're all worried as hell. We were all worried as hell. So either one of two things are going to happen, or have happened now. One, we all just fucked up on the day, which is unlikely because we have some really smart people in our class. And if it was just me that messed up, I'd say fair enough, I messed up. But everyone in our class messed up, which is suspicious. Or two, WJC got it wrong. It's ridiculous. So I don't know if it's WJC getting it wrong, me getting it wrong. There is also another thing, but I have to be careful what I say on video, right? For those of us who know, you know what I'm on about. So my drama is being looked into, or was being looked into at the moment. I got an A in media and a B in Welsh. But look at this. This E does not blend in at all, now does it? I was hoping that WJC were just incompetent and gave us the wrong marks, obviously. But on the other hand, ar y llaw arall in Welsh, a B is manageable. 1 week after getting our results, we had to give our teacher permission to read our exam papers to judge whether we should appeal. As a result of this, I will be able to tell whether I cocked up the paper or if the exam board are to blame. We had to fill in this form and email it to our teacher, which I did. Only 9 of us did though. I know that, only 9 of us did. And then wait back. But let's just move away from that for a second, right? We will come back to this. I believe this is the perfect timing to mention the WJC interview for the exam board, for the results, right? But it turns out, because I've been looking for it for ages, trying to find it. But it's been out for ages, and I just missed it. I sent an email to the person who filmed us, and they sent me a link to it, because it was on Twitter, not Instagram, it turns out. And I was looking at the wrong account anyway. I will now play the English version of it. They didn't use a lot of my interview, admittedly, but I thought it was still quite cool at the time, talking for WJC. If you know you struggle with a certain aspect of the exam, revise that more often. And then after the exam, also treat yourself as well, because you will have earned it. Because the stress of exams are, well, it is stressful, that's the reality of it. So by treating yourself afterwards, it sort of negates some of that stress. I will now play the Welsh as well, with translated subtitles. I have already uploaded it once, but I'll play it here again because it's short and... yeah. Basyn dweud, os ti'n nervous, yn y dosbarth, bydde ti'n adolygu past papers ac mae pethau debyg i'r arholiad, felly peidiwch becso a gallu ti'n yn gwneud grêt. As of filming this now, our teacher looked at our paper for the drama mock, for the drama exam, and she said that she's not going to send them off, none of them, because she doesn't think that the mark would be changed a lot. Now, none of us in the class are happy about that, based on the fact that we all want WJC to appeal it, even if we didn't do great. Because even though our teacher said that it's not going to change a lot, she did say that the results were a bit harsh, meaning that we would have some marks, and some marks means that you could be moved up a grade. So none of us were happy about that at the moment. I'm being very careful what I say. I am being very careful. But we're all annoyed at the fact that we're not going to be able to have our results to be appealed by WJC. So as a result of this, we're not going to get our drama grade appealed, despite the fact that we really want to. I have to assume that I did crap in that one exam. That was a bit of a shocker there. The one thing that's keeping me going at the moment is that this year's overall grade, so an A in media and 2 Bs in drama and Welsh, that's only 40% of the overall grade. The same time next year, I'll have finished college for good, and I'll have my proper college exam results, my proper grades, my 100% of each subject complete. Looking at my results, right, I would say media's amazing by all means. Media's great, can't fault that. Welsh, I'm actually alright with Welsh, I think, because Welsh is quite hard, and it was a compulsory subject, not anymore. I'm fine with being Welsh. I don't mind that being the one subject that I lacked slightly in. But drama, I did think I'd do better in drama overall, you know. A B is still amazing, right, but I think I could have done better in that. There is that. So there was definitely room for improvement in those grades, but overall I am content with it, apart from the E. Even if I had those same things, but the E was a C, right? I would have accepted those grades really happily, but I don't think that's how it works. But yeah, overall, happy with these, as long as we ignore the E. Happy with them, and yeah. Until then, this is another year of education done. I am wrapping up my first year in college. It's been a blast, you know, about 50, I think it's like 55 different videos, whether they're videos or vlogs. It's been a blast, and it is my honour to complete the series. Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, have a good day, don't forget to drink hot chocolate, stay safe, and from me, it's goodbye for now.